Howdy cowboys and cowgirls, I'm Cowboy Jack and I'm real excited. Do you see where we are today? Take a look at that. We're at Repair One in Spring, Texas. You know, sometimes when you're driving around in your car, well, you guys shouldn't be driving yet, that's silly. When your parents are driving around, you might need a repair on your vehicle and you bring it to an auto shop. That's where we are today. Have you guys ever been in an auto shop before? They're gonna let us look all around and see what it is they do all day. It's gonna be really cool. All right, come on, let's go. Wow, this looks like a brand new building. This facility was just recently done. Really cool. Wow, it's so clean and nice in here. Everything looks great. They have a really fun waiting area. Come on, let's go check it out. Wow, this is cool. It looks like they've got some coffee for adults, some water for us, and they've got magazines and all kinds of things. Whoa, guys, come here, look at this. They have an actual play area in here. That's really cool. So when you come here with your parents and you're waiting on your repair, you can actually come in here and play with these things. This is a Shelby GT350. That's a cool Mustang. They actually have a little miniature one in here, and it's got all these engine parts and everything. This would be like the air filter right here. This would be your, whoa, they even come off. That'd be your valve covers. Let me get it back on there. That is so cool. You can play with that whole engine. And there's even some little cars and trains over there to play with. And a real old-fashioned gas pump. Wow. That is so cool. Come on, guys. Oh, wait a second. Look who it is. This is my buddy Brian. Hey, Brian, how's it going?
How you doing today?
Good. Hey, would it be okay if we took a look outside in the shop?
Absolutely. Let's go this way.
All right. Come on, guys. He said yes. We can actually look in the shop. Whoa. This is a really awesome shop. I mean, guys, this is where they work on cars. Take a look at the floor. I mean, it is spotlessly clean. You guys must work really hard to keep it clean in here.
Every day.
Wow, that's great. You could even eat off of this floor. I'm not going to, but I'm saying you could if you wanted to. Wow, here's a motorcycle and a four-wheeler. You guys work on those too?
Everything that's got tires.
Everything that's got tires. That's so cool. So anything that's got tires that's got a problem, you could bring it right here. Wow. I've always wanted to know, what are these big things that lift up the cars?
Those are our hydraulic lifts. That way we can get underneath them and do any work underneath we need to.
Wow. So I guess you would pull up a truck in here and move these different arms underneath there and it just lifts it right up?
Absolutely.
And they work with hydraulics.
Yes, they do.
Seems like a lot of things that we talk about work on hydraulics. You guys remember about hydraulics? Hydraulics is something that uses hydraulic fluid and a series of compressions and release valves to make things move. It's really cool and really strong. Hey, Brian's actually gonna operate the lift for us so we can see what it looks like when a vehicle goes up or down. Guys, take a look. Wow, he's bringing it down. See, and right now that hydraulic system is open, so it's releasing the fluid and it's letting it come out. Now he's gonna close that valve and it'll lift it right back up.
Okay, so it'll start like this, and then I'll show you how high it'll go. It'll go all the way to the top.
Oh wow, he's gonna lift it all the way up to the top. That's gonna be so fun to see. I mean, how much do you think a truck weighs? It's not light. This machine works really hard. Wow, that is going really tall. That's crazy. You guys hear that loud clicking noise as it's going up? What that is a safety release. So whenever it goes up past a certain point, a little lever falls down so that if the hydraulics failed, the car wouldn't come down. It's locked safely in place. Wow, that's up really high. That's super high. Wow, you could even come in here. So this is what mechanics do. Come on guys, come here. So once it's lifted up, you can go underneath there and work on all kinds of things, huh?
Absolutely.
So wow, have you guys ever seen underneath a truck before? I mean, I don't know all the parts. Brian could probably tell me, but I know the engine is right here. And then look, it's got the exhaust pipes and the muffler. There's probably a catalytic converter around here. There's a whole bunch of parts, but we didn't come to learn all the parts of an engine. Cowboy Jack doesn't even know that. I just wanted to show you guys that lift. That's really, really cool. Wow. All right, well, for safety reasons, let's get out from underneath the vehicle. Whenever you're here, you wouldn't come out into this part. This part could be really dangerous. It's not made for kids. We're just taking a behind the scenes look, and you would never want to walk underneath the vehicle. So let's get out of here. Did you guys know that every once in a while you have to balance your tires? That seems silly, but a tire is round and it spins around really fast. So you want it to be nice and straight and balanced so that it doesn't wobble and give your car a little shake. Brian here is gonna show us the tire balancing machine. This is really cool. Wait. What do I see right there on the ground?
So that's going to be the alignment laser. So once we get the tire on, you see right here, this controls the laser. We'll have to put in the specific measurements of this rim in order to get the right measurement for the tire balance.
Wow, that's really cool. You even use lasers to balance tires. All right, Brian's putting that tire on the tire balancing machine like we talked about, and we're gonna see it spin, and he's gonna show us what they use to balance it. As if you look over here, see this computer screen? So many things are done by computer. Even working on your tires is done by computer. And that machine is gonna read how the tire is balanced, and it would tell you if it needs a weight on the certain side so that it'll spin more true to a circle. So what he did there is he was lining up the spokes of the wheel with the knowledge of the computer, so it'll all talk together.
That way we get our wheel dimensions.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Now it's going to measure the imbalance.
Look at that, guys. So it's spinning it and it's measuring the balance of the tire.
So when it tells you to put one down, you just line your laser, which if you want to come to this side, you can see it a little bit better on the inside. Line your laser. That's where it blinks. That's where you put that weight.
Wow, see, so the computer's telling Brian that that tire's a little bit out of balance and it could use a little help from a weight. And the laser's now telling him where he should put that weight. What do those weights look like? Could I see one?
Absolutely.
Wow, look at that. I mean, they're just little pieces of metal, and you're literally sticking those on the inside of the tire, and it helps it stay balanced. That's really cool.
Peels off and just sticks.
Whoa, that's so cool. Hey, now your table's balanced too.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing us that. That was really neat.
Of course.
I've never seen a tire balancing machine before. Have you guys? That was really fun. Guys, check this out. So whenever you're getting an oil change, your vehicle has oil running through it. It serves as a lubricant within your motor and all the moving parts. And so every once in a while, you gotta swap that oil out and keep it fresh. Well, what they would do is they would put your vehicle on this lift and lift it up. That way they can get up underneath it. And these right here are oil catch pans. And so they would take off your oil filter, which would let the oil that's in there run out, and it would run into this, and this is where they catch it in this big reservoir down here. And so once the bad oil is in here, they put that in a big receptacle outside, and there's some environmental folks that come take that off and make sure that it's disposed of properly, because you wouldn't want to just put oil in the trash. You can't do that, it's bad for the environment. So they dispose of it properly by containing it in these vessels and making sure it goes in the correct receptacle and eventually taken care of the right way. And then they use these big cans right here. All of these are pressurized motor oil. And so there's brand new oil in here, and you pressurize it with air, and then they can use that to fill your car back up with oil. That's like a really simple description of an oil change. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and they check a lot of other things on your car while they're checking your oil. But I just wanted to show you these big oil containers and the catch pans. That's really cool. And guys, another thing you see around this shop is these right here. You see that thing on a big reel up there? You guys know what this is? That's an air hose. They use compressed air to blow a lot of things around in the shop. So if a tire is a little bit low, they can use this air pressure to fill it up. Or they also use something called torque wrenches or impact wrenches. And those are powered by air. When something's powered by air, it's called pneumatic. And so they use compressed air that comes through these big hoses all over the place to use those tools. That's really neat. You see, it's got this right here. This is cool because when you let it go, it stops it right up there at the top so it doesn't go any further. So you can always reach the hose. If that wasn't there, it'd reel up all the way and you'd have to be really tall to grab it. Hey guys, you know what mechanics have to use? They have to use tools all the time. They're always using tools, and so it's important for them to be organized and have a spot for everything. Brian's offered to let us take a look at his tools because I'd like to learn about what kind of tools they use.
All right, so in this top drawer, it's going to be all of our screwdrivers. We also have nut drivers here for different sizes, and then our screwdrivers for different applications, different lengths, different sizes, different tips.
Wow.
Phillips head and your flathead to be the two main differences.
So I know this. I'm not real good with tools, but I know this one's a Phillips head, this one that's all pointy like that, and then the flathead is really simple to figure out because they call it a flathead because look at it, it's got a flat head on it.
Alright, moving next. This will be all our different types of pliers we use. We have needle nose, crimpers, cutters,
Wow,
vice grips.
that's a whole bunch of pliers.
Absolutely.
Wow, this one's got something sharp on the end of it.
Every now and then this one gets used for a lot of different things. Its most usage is barbed wire for fencing, and sometimes we have to do work exterior on the building.
Ah, okay. Very cool.
Below that, we have sockets. Those will fit any type of ratchet. Doesn't matter which one.
Let me see one of those real quick. You guys hear this? These ratchets make a real funny noise, but they only turn one direction when you have it selected that way, and then if you want to loosen it up, you just turn it the other way. Ratchets are really cool, and I love the sound that they make.
Here we have some heavy-duty wrenches. These
Wow.
are for our suspension work.
Those are really
Ratchet
big.
as well.
Those are really neat. Wow.
So we also have to do a lot of electrical testing.
Wow, electrical testing. I forget that cars even have electric systems in them.
This here tells you volts and amps on cars. This just tells you amps.
Wow. You have to know so much to be a mechanic. That's a really skilled trade.
Absolutely.
That's so neat. Whoa.
Heavy duty wrenches.
Big wrenches. All right. Wow, this is another area that you keep some tools. Hey guys, check out this sticker that he's got right here. Y'all see that? It says, "I am a veteran." Wait a second, you're a veteran?
Absolutely.
Where did you serve?
I served pretty much all over, but San Diego, Okinawa, and Iraq.
Wow, well hey, thank you very much for your service. I appreciate you keeping us safe and everything you did for our country. That's so cool. Anyways, all right, sorry, what about these tools?
So here we have battery operated tools. You have your drill, which works any direction, and then your electric ratchet.
Oh wow, I've never seen one of those before. That's really neat.
And then in here we have our power tools. So here's an air impact, and how that works, I will show you how that works with the tire filler.
Wow, let's go check that out. Look, he's using that air hose that we talked about.
Peel that back, mate the two surfaces, and then that works different ways.
That is so cool. So this is one of those pneumatic tools I was telling you about. It's pneumatic because it's powered by air. That's really neat. What is this?
This is what you use to fill your tires with air. We call it an air chuck.
An air chuck, okay.
So you will put it onto the threads, which you will have to clamp onto your tire.
And that tells you how much pressure you've got in the tire?
That tells you the pounds per square inch, PSI.
Wow, I didn't even know that's what it stands for. So whenever you're looking at a tire, it's got a number on it that says X amount of PSI. Brian just explained to me that that stands for pounds per square inch. That's really cool. You know, working on cars can be a dangerous job. There's a lot of things you have to do to stay safe. Like we talked about, you wouldn't normally just walk right underneath the vehicle. And there's also a lot of times if you're working underneath the car and you're looking up, things could fall in your eyes. That wouldn't be good. So you wear, what do you wear?
So we do have safety glasses.
Okay.
We all have to wear them. Just like that.
See, and safety glasses keep your eyes safe so nothing would fall in them. And then they also have something really neat. Do you guys see what this is right here? Hopefully you don't already know what it is, but I'm gonna tell you. This is called an emergency eye wash station. And they have these in a lot of different facilities. This auto shop goes the extra mile about safety because they actually have one here. Most auto shops don't even have those, but you'd find these in chemical plants and pharmaceutical facilities, even some dairy and food processing plants. Any kind of atmosphere that heavy work is going on, they have emergency eye wash stations. And what this is, if you got something in your eyes that was really, really bad, you would come over here and I'll just show you. You would put your head down like this and pull this lever right here, and it sends a big rush of water so it splashes in your eyes and washes out whatever's bad in there. And also this has just a safety shower. A safety shower is the same concept, except it's not specifically for your eyes. If you were to get a chemical spill on you, or like a burn or something bad happen, you wouldn't have a chemical spill that could hurt you here because there's no chemicals that could really hurt you bad here. But in a chemical environment, you would pull this and it would rush a lot of water on you, and you would stand under that for a long period of time to wash all those things off of your skin. That's really great that y'all have that and take the extra mile for safety.
Absolutely.
Wow, what a proactive way to run your shop. That's so neat. So there's all kinds of different lifts. This is a really big lift because you see what's on it? A really huge truck. Brian said he could show us it in operation, and look, it's already going up. Now it's coming down. Wow, that's really neat. Boy, that's so cool. And now the truck is all the way on the ground. So you just use these different controls over here to do that?
Absolutely. This control here applies or not applies the brakes and or locks. This one lowers it.
So would this be full of hydraulic fluid here?
Correct. This button here controls the electric generator here, motor, that moves this fluid throughout the lines.
Wow. Hydraulics at its finest. That's really neat. All right, guys. Well, you know, cars run on the road. What is the road? It's really dirty. There's all kinds of dirt and grime and oil and other debris that comes up from the road into your engine compartment and onto your vehicle. So whenever they're working on cars, there's a lot of things that are really dirty. What do they need? A big old parts washer. That's what this is. It doesn't look like a sink, but this is an industrial strength parts washer. Let's open it up and take a look. Wow, so it's got all this little, I don't know what you would call this, some kind of tree to hold different parts on. And you put those in here, and as soon as they're situated, you can close it up and it'll wash them for you. Whoa, you hear it starting up? That's really loud. I bet there's all kinds of water splishing and splashing all over those things. There's also some chemicals used to make sure that all the oil and debris gets taken off of there. Whoa, look here, you can kind of see some water splashing around down there. That's really cool, it's done. And looky there. Everything that was in there is nice and shiny now. It's been professionally cleaned by this industrial parts washer. That's really cool. Wow, thanks for showing us.
Of course.
Wow, I had no idea they used something like that. I thought if it was dirty, you just wipe it off with a rag. But a rag's not gonna do a super dirty job. You need something a little bit stronger. We're at Houston Karting Complex. Do you know what that means? We're gonna ride go-karts and learn all about go-karts and track safety and all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. Come on, let's go. Look at this right here, wow. So this is like just a display of a go-kart, but you can see it's got its number 1 on it right there. And this is the seat. There's no motor on this one and no wheels. How could you drive that? It's got no wheels. That wouldn't even work. So this is just a display. We're gonna take a closer look at what a real one is. Come over here. So here at Houston Karting Complex, you have to be 55 inches tall to ride. Am I tall enough? Yeah, I think I'm good. That's great. So even if you're not 55 inches tall, that doesn't mean that you don't get to have any fun. If you're 42 inches tall, you can be a passenger because they actually have double-seater cars here. That means somebody like a parent or an adult can drive on one side and you can ride on the other. It's a whole lot of fun. Do you guys see the track out here? It's a really big track and it's outside, so it's kind of bright out here. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Look here. This shows you all of the different flags. So this here is a map of the actual track, and they've got laid out where all the curves are. So we're actually standing right here in pit lane, and we're gonna get on a cart and cruise all around this whole windy, wobbly track. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun, but we better learn the rules first. So there's all kinds of different flags that they'll use to signal you for what's going on the course. You'll have the black flag waved at you if you're acting kind of crazy out on the course. So if you see a black flag, you know you need to calm down and take it slow, okay? There's no bumping or hitting any other carts, and you don't want to be going too fast around the corners. You got to be really careful because these carts actually go really, really fast. And then the red flag, they'll wave it if there's an emergency situation. That means somebody's been hurt or there's a cart that's not running and some of the staff need to get out there and help that cart. So they wave the red flag to let you know something's going on and it's time to slow down, okay? Yellow flag, that means that there's a track official on the track. So slow down and do not pass in these areas. They're just letting you know we're standing over here and we need you to be safe. And then the checkered flag, they'll wave the checkered flag when you've already been around the course a few times and it's time to come on back in because the race is almost done. So hopefully you're in first place. That's a lot of fun. So even more things that you need to know about the track here, always have a helmet secure. So we're gonna go and pick a helmet in just a second. That's gonna be a whole lot of fun. No open toe shoes or shoes with heels. So my boots are closed toed. You can't see my toes. I'm good and protected. No phones on the track, that's important. You guys shouldn't be talking on the phone when you're here anyways. You need to be focused on laughing and having fun with your friends. Correct seating position always. That means you sit your bottom down all the way in the seat and you're buckled in for safety. No bumping, we already talked about that one. Hold the steering wheel firmly with both hands. You know the steering wheel, how you drive like this? Keep 2 hands on it. Everybody will tell you 10 and 2. It's real important. So if I was holding a clock right now, I would be holding 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Do not get out of the go-kart for any reason on the track. So if you're racing around and something happens, you feel like you need to get out, no. You need to just stay put. Somebody will come and help you. Hey, no reckless driving. There's too many people and too many things that could go wrong. So you're trying to be safe. It's a whole lot of fun to drive really safely with both hands on the wheel and go as fast as you can. All right, here I go. Bye. Whoa! Wow, that was such a fast race. Whoa! Let me see if I can get my helmet off here. Woo! That was really, really fast. Whoa! That was a whole lot of fun. Let me unbuckle my seatbelt here. Remember, you always got to remember to be really safe. All right, let me get up. Wow. That was so much fun. Did you guys see how fast I was going? I was going really fast. Are you laughing at my hair? Okay, let me get my cowboy hat back. I'm gonna go put the helmet back up. That was so much fun. I was squealing around those corners so fast. All right, I'm gonna put the helmet back on the shelf. And I'm gonna grab my cowboy hat. Yeah, I feel better. These go-karts can be a whole lot of fun, but they also can be a little bit scary if you're not being safe. So that's why we're always safe. We buckle in, we wear our helmet, and just drive. You're here to have fun, but you don't want to drive too crazy, right? But let's go check out one of the carts and we can actually look at all the different parts and pieces of it. Come on. So this here is number 25. And remember how I told you you have to keep two hands on the steering wheel? Come look at this. This is the steering wheel right here. So to put your hands at 10 and 2, you gotta put your hands just like this, okay? And then down there on the left side, you have the brake pedal right here and the gas pedal right here. So the gas pedal makes you go really, really, really fast. The brake pedal is important too, because on some of those turns, you've got to hit the brakes and kind of slow down a little bit. All right, well, it's got a whole lot of different colors on it. Look, this is yellow, black, and orange. That's like a neon orange. It's really bright. And remember, you have to be safe. So here's the safety belt. And it would buckle on just like this. And you'd be sitting down in there. Just like that. It's real important to be safe. And this seat has a really big, nice headrest on it. That's in case you have to stop really fast. This will pad your head so you don't get hurt. Hey, come over here. Come look at this. Do you notice something strange? Whoa, no, there they are. This car has 4 wheels on it, but they're really small. So here's 1 tire, 2 tires, 3 tires, but you really got to work to see it. It's right under there. And then another one on that side. Hey, look at here, look here. This car actually has 1 exhaust pipe. Look, there's the exhaust right there. So that must mean we're close to the motor somewhere. Wait a second, come over here with me. Look right here, here's the motor right here. So it's all covered up, so you can't really see a whole lot. But this would be your pull start right here. These crank kind of like a lawnmower does. So you would pull this and start it, and there's a choke and a throttle too. Well, we don't need to learn all about that. We just need to know, pull it to make it run. And then you use those pedals and you can drive really fast and be really safe. All right guys, so like I talked about, you gotta be safe on this track. These curves are really tricky. So see, these guys are coming into the corners and they're taking them so smooth. They look like professionals, they're really good at it. Cowboy Jack wasn't that good at it, but with time and practice, you can get good at anything. Whoa, did you hear his wheels squeak? That was really neat. Wow, look at this track. If you look close, you can see all these tire marks. That's from everybody squealing on by. Here comes another squealer. Wow, this has been a whole lot of fun learning about go-karts and racing around the track. Did you like it? I did. Wow, these guys really know what they're doing. They're going so super fast. It gets kind of nerve-wracking out there. You get nervous when somebody's getting close to you. But if you ever get scared, what do? You just slow down and move over to the right so they can pass you on the left. Kind of like when a police car up behind you with his lights on. You need to move over to the right so they can pass you on the left. Wow, All right, come on guys, let's go back over here. Whoa. Hey, there you guys are. Hey, sorry, I just had to close my eyes for just a second. I'm worn out from all that driving. And we've had such a good time today here at Houston Karting Complex. Boy, I got really hot out here. It's a pretty warm day, but you could come here if you live on the north side of Houston and you could have a really good time here in Conroe. We've learned a whole lot today. We learned about the safety rules of the track. We learned all the different parts of a go-kart, and then we even got to take a few laps on the track. And I know it kind of looks scary, but I had a great time, and I hope you had fun too. And until next time, woo!